1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost a weekend and you don't know what to do. Or you just need something fun to listen to.
Southside Pod.
Yes, we're on the air.
Southside Pod.
And with gangs all here, all things on the South Side. Thanks for tuning in to the Southside Pod. I think it's weird that you made Mike sit on the floor today. And didn't give him a microphone. I mean, you're the host.
It'd be nice if he showed up to all the shows, not
He's
just
right
some
here.
of the shows. Oh, he is? Yeah. Hey, buddy. Yeah, all right. I got to tell you the story because I know you're going to make fun of me. Like, it's like one of those things.
You have to tell it now.
As it was happening, I was like, Bill is going to laugh about this. He's going to laugh at the absurdity of it. He's going to make fun of me for this is how you always were when you were younger, too. Yeah. So I went to see my doctor for a regular checkup. And in the process of the checkup, I told him, Doc, my divorce is coming to an end.
It sounds like a Rodney Dangerfield skit so far.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
And for the first time in 25 years almost, because we started dating before the towers
You was a
fell.
doctor?
No, not me, the doctor. My ex-wife and I.
Okay.
We started dating before the towers fell, kids. Okay? In
Wow.
2001,
It's so weird to say it like
in
that.
February
Really
of
weird to say it
2001.
like
It's
that.
true, though.
Before that. You sound like before the towers
fell. It's just
Gather round, children. Let me tell you
I'm
a
just saying,
tale.
the world was a different place, right? The world was a different place. Slim Shady was new. He wasn't
Who's
doing
that
an album
documentary
telling
guy
people
that
he
does
was
like the
bad. Right.
baseball movies. That's what you sound like. You know what I'm talking about?
Right, I am. I'm that guy. I'm that
Before
guy.
the towers
Before
fell.
the towers
It was
fell.
a different time.
It was a different time.
Okay,
Men
anyway.
were men. Anyway, so it's been a long time since I've been out there. Like, I never cheated on my wife. That was the one thing we did not have a problem in our relationship. No, there was no infidelity. Okay. Even after I said I was going to divorce her, I didn't get that. You know
Even
what?
after being
I
hit
slept
on.
with your cousin 10 years ago. I didn't even get that.
And how many times did you get hit on a train and an airplane?
all the time.
Right?
I can't turn this off.
No.
Look at this.
But you were like, nope, can't do it.
Can't do it.
I'm faithful.
Sorry, can't do it, right? So I'm talking to the doctor, and I go, I'm going back out there. I don't know when. Because
Why are you telling the doctor this?
because
that's weird.
I asked him. I was like,
Wait, was he a doctor or was he like a psychologist?
It was a doctor.
And you're telling him about that. I'm ready to go back and...
Here's what I asked him.
That's
I said, is
weird.
there anything out there that's new?
This is strange. You're telling your doctor your health problems.
This is me amusing myself.
Okay.
This is me sitting there going, I'm
So
bored.
you're asking him anything out there for what?
This is my Larry David-ish that's in me, where I just will ask a question for my own amusement. I
Okay,
do this.
okay.
I've done this my whole life. I'll
The
ask a question for my
doctors.
own amusement. So I look at the doctor. I go, Doc, going out there.
I says to the guy. I
says to the guy, Doc, I'm going out there. And is there anything new that I need to know about that wasn't around 25 years
Are you talking
ago?
about like diseases?
Oh, yeah. That's what I was asking.
Oh, okay.
I was going to ask him for techniques.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, why are you asking the doctor that? Like, oh.
He might know something.
Have you heard of the minivan?
He might know something.
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
He might sit there and tell me, like, you know what? I've heard of this one thing,
Right.
but if you do it, you're probably going to throw out your back.
Right.
A lot of guys hurt their Achilles doing this move, so don't do it.
You don't want
right?
to hurt that Achilles.
No, you don't want to hurt
No,
the
not
Achilles,
at all.
right? So I'm old. I gotta protect
So you're
the Achilles.
asking the doctor about what kind of diseases.
That's what I asked him. And
who-
what we settled
what did
on
he say?
was-
COVID?
COVID's out there. Now watch out for that COVID.
Wait, let me give you another booster.
Wrap it up. So no, he goes, well, you didn't ever get the HPV vaccine, did you? And I go, no, because that wasn't a thing. 25 years ago,
Doesn't
wasn't
count.
a thing. Wasn't a thing. There was no vaccine for it. Nobody knew what it was. Now they give it to all these kids. Like my teenagers have gotten it, and basically it's
What if it wasn't a thing when we were kids? We don't need it anymore.
well, it's an STD that eventually can turn into cancers and all this other stuff like this.
Cancer.
Oh, yeah,
cancer.
cancer.
We have to worry about.
You get cancer.
Oh, I don't have to worry.
You can get cancer.
You
on,
have to worry
you
about
get
it now.
cancer on your business if you're a guy.
Really, business cancer.
Business cancer you can get.
Oh man,
You get business
Just for a
cancer.
one night of fun, you can get business cancer.
get business
It used to be
cancer.
like a couple, like an itch.
So then I was
You
like,
get an
well,
itch.
I was like, well, the normal kind of thing. Like if I just, go get some.
kids have it rough
If I go get
nowadays.
some protection, I'll be okay. And he goes, the problem is when they're
Okay,
down
you need
there,
a-
when they go down there to get
Oh.
the up close look.
Yeah,
That's how you get it.
really.
And that bothered me
Mouth
because
business
yeah,
cancer.
I don't want that.
no.
Nobody wants that.
Wow.
Right.
Dude, times have changed.
Times have changed.
Before the
See,
towers fell,
This is why I asked the
it
question.
wasn't like this.
Right. This is why I asked the question. right?
I
the
understand
terrorist brought
now.
this to. This is what the terrorist
It
really
is.
did.
Thanks, Al
The
Qaeda.
terrorist really did this because this didn't exist before the towers fell.
When we were young, it was like,
No.
you're worried about.
Syphilis.
I mean, that was a big one. I wasn't going to go there. I mean, people die from that.
HIV.
Before
the commercials now where they sit there and say, I take a pill and it's undetectable and they're dating. What do you think that other person in the commercial would
Right.
feel
In
like?
our
if they
day,
knew?
like you didn't share the same cup as a kid. Right? That's the time we were from.
You didn't share the same cup?
If he had HIV.
Well, yeah.
We know that's not true now. Of course. But
You're
I'm talking
telling me
about our reality.
You weren't drinking from the same Kool-Aid cup back in the 80s because you were worried at the kid in the
not.
hip?
No. No way. And your parents would say that. Don't be drinking from the same cup.
Okay.
You don't want to get
You
that.
had a very different childhood than I had.
They were worried.
All
But
right.
anyway,
All right.
when we were like old enough to have coitus. What? That's a word.
This show is funnier now that I drink. I don't know if it's funnier for the other people that are watching, but it's funnier
But
now.
you worried about,
Yeah.
I remember hearing about crabs. I've never had them, but you worried about
Yeah.
and you worried about,
I was worried about those
an
too.
itch.
I was very worried, and one day I was going
Little
to see them,
things.
and I was like, whoa.
Little
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Now
little
we're
things.
worried about cancer? I don't like it.
On the wing cancer. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. So I go, well, I don't really need that vaccine. I'm 47 years old.
Right.
Like, what's going to happen to me? If I catch this,
Right.
what, I'm going to develop cancer when I'm 80? I'll probably get cancer from something else.
Right.
Like, I don't need this. And he goes, I think you should get it. And he tries to talking me into it.
I
So
would have said, do you have it, Doc?
I probably should have asked him that question. I didn't ask him that question. So he goes, make an appointment, think about it, and if you decide to get it, come on in. So I go look all this stuff up, but I go, the insurance is covering it. Who gives a crap? I'll just go in and get the vaccine. I have no problem getting the vaccine. I'll just go in and get it, right? So I show up today to get my first of 3
Oh, it's like a
HPV
rabies
shots.
shot.
Yeah, it's like getting a rabies
30
shot.
shots in the stomach.
And I'm like, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, do I even really need this thing? The doctor says I should go get it. I'm 47 years old. Do I really need to get this stupid thing? And I'm sitting there. So now the nurse comes out and calls me off to the side and she goes, why did the doctor tell you had to come in and get an HPV
How
shot?
old are you again?
Exactly what we did. She's my age. She's looking at me like, old man, you're not going to have sex ever again. Nobody wants to go
Think
do
you
that
really
with
want
you.
this, sir?
Nobody wants that.
No.
You're never getting laid again, big
Right.
guy. I don't know why you're getting this needle in
Especially
your arm. Right.
the way that they get that one.
You're not getting that.
Right.
Those days are over for you.
Correct.
Yeah, unless you're paying for it. You don't look like the paying kind.
Right.
That's what she was saying to me. That's how kind
And
of
if you're getting a hooker, you deserve cancer. That's Bill's law.
It's Bill's law. He got cancer. That's a shame. From a hooker.
Good for him. Serves him right. He wouldn't have got cancer from his wife.
Anyway. So
Wait, does the hooker have to have cancer to give you cancer first?
no, she could be carrying the virus that gives the cancer, never get the cancer
So
herself.
she could never have cancer.
She could just be a cancer dispensary.
Wow.
She could be handing out cancer left and right.
These cancer hookers.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
worry about that in 2024.
I don't even think you can call them hookers anymore.
You can't?
No, they
What
have
do we
all
call
these.
them?
Yeah, they're sex workers now, and they're very proud
Sex
of being it.
workers.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can't
all right.
disparage them. You can't judge them. That's their job. I don't know. That's what my TikTok
They're
reels tell
handing
me.
out cancer. I'm gonna judge them.
Anyway, so she's laughing at me. She goes, I don't think you need this. I said, well, the doctor told me to. So if you don't think I need it, I won't get it. She goes, let me call the doctor, and I'll give you a call back. So I go home
Can you
now.
believe this guy? Wait, she called him?
She calls the doctor. Did you tell the 47-year-old ugly guy that he needed an HPV shot? Ain't nobody gonna lay that. Are you just trying to make some extra money off his insurance company? Uh-huh. Well, I mean, if you need a new boat, you need a new boat.
He says we need it. By the way, there's some other childhood vaccines that we're gonna have to give to. We're gonna have to give you measles, mumps, rubella, and a few others. How old are you again? Okay, we're gonna need
Probably get caught up on that tetanus as well. All right, so I get a message to call back the office. I call back the office. This is a true story. This is today. I call back the office, and I get a different person. So now here's another person judging me. There's another older woman on the phone, and she's like,
You know what it was?
"Are you 47
They saw
years
your
old?"
number and they're like, Oh, Lydia didn't hear the story yet. You answer the phone. Answer the phone. Answer the phone.
Listen to
You're
this
gonna
guy.
believe this guy. Answer.
This
Answer.
guy.
Answer. Thank you for calling Doctor's office. Can I help you?
This guy. Can you believe it? So true. It's so true.
So the new lady said,
So the new lady goes, your insurance won't cover it after the age of 45.
"Oh,
And I said,
speed dating, and now you can't even get the shot.
right.
47 sucks."
We talked about this on the last show. I can't speed date with the 20 and 30-year-olds
Right.
if I'm
If you're
over 45. I can
Now
only
you
speed
can't
date
even
with the
get-
40-years.
You can't even not get cancer.
Right.
If
I
you're
can-
over. That's
no.
so weird.
So then I was like, what? Well, why is that? Does it not work once you turn 45? And she's like, no, they just don't think it's worth it at that point to give it to you.
Oh, this is so good for your morale,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's great.
Listen here, old balls.
Right.
You don't need this.
The chances of you having sex, sir.
So
We got a bet in the office here.
listen, insurance adjusters have run the numbers, and your odds of having sex again are very low.
You probably will date. We'll
Right.
give you that one.
Right. You may get close.
They're gonna want the money.
Now, here's the thing that I think is really funny. I'm living in a world where every third advertisement on the radio is about a pill to make old guys, perform in bed
Okay.
constantly. Yeah, I got every commercial on the radio right now. I think radio salespeople have run out of people that want to buy radio ads, and these are the only
is
people
it.
that will buy them.
All right.
Okay, are these pills? It's enhancement this, and there's get your Hims and get your Blue,
Blue
Chew, and
Chew.
get your all
I
that
got-
stuff.
I get the
right?
Blue Chew one.
So you first of all, the medical industrial complex wants me to buy these pills in the hopes that I'll get laid. But the insurance industry ran the numbers and said, you're buying those pills for no
Well,
damn
it's
reason.
those false hopes. Like, I'm going to take this just in case it happens. But the doctors are treating you right. The doctors are bringing you back to reality.
No,
and
the
go,
doctor wanted to give me it, and the insurance company
Oh,
said,
yeah.
and the nurses didn't buy it either. Doctor, he's hopeful. He's
Yeah.
about my age.
Right,
He's like, if
yeah.
I left my wife, I bet you I'd get laid too. The
Right.
nurses are like, nope, you're not getting laid either, doc.
Correct.
And you're a doctor.
hopeful or
Right.
delirious.
Or they're like, the doctor will get laid, but he's a podcaster.
He's a doctor.
He's
right.
a doctor.
Jesus. Of course he's going to get laid.
This portion of Southside Pod brought to you by Tom Walsh, your Edward Jones financial advisor. He's local, experienced, down to earth, and a friend of this show. He actually helps me with my money, and he takes care of bills as well. Get to know you approach and a do the right thing attitude. That's what you're going to get from Tom. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? You give him a call, 773-779-0023. Call somebody who is invested in your success and has been doing this for over 2 decades. Doesn't matter where you're at in life. Just starting out, getting to the end, somewhere in the middle. Stop in and see him on the corner of 111th and Kedzie. Tom Walsh, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Southside Pod listeners, if you're looking for something to do and you like wine, Spoken Vine Wine Bar and Bottle Shop, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie, an incredible array of wines, an amazing menu as well, the wines from all over the world, and you can get them in any kind of portion that you'd like. You can try out new ones every time you go in there because they're constantly rotating in new items. A 21 and over establishment, really cool, like a hotel lounge inside of that establishment. And then if you find something you like, you go to the bottle shop, you pick out that wine, you take it home. I don't know how you can't enjoy yourself at Spoken Vine, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie. See more at spokenvinewines.com. I am amazed, flabbergasted, agape, jaw on the floor,
Bamboozled.
but just
Is that?
at the way that parents are with their adult children.
What do you mean by this?
You and I both went to the University of Illinois a long time ago, right?
Yes.
My daughter Audrey's on her
Not
way there
that
this
long.
fall. A long time ago, man.
Okay.
I mean, we
20,
just talked about how
30.
we're too old to even get the HPV shot because we're never getting laid again. Okay? We're old. Okay? We're old. All right. And she's on her way to the University of Illinois. I'm moving her in 2.5 months.
You're going to go for dad's week and you're going to be that old guy on the dance floor
Yeah.
that had too much to drink, baby. And then
I
like,
swear I got the shot.
and then like, yeah, right.
By the way,
HPV.
they told me I could get the shot for $300 a shot out of pocket.
And you need 3 of them.
They were like, if you want to spend $900 of your own money, we'll give it to you. And I'm like, all right, let's not get crazy.
Right.
I'm sure I'll be fine. Everybody else got it. So I'm sure I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'll risk it.
You'll be
I'm going
fine.
to roll the dice at this point. Right. I mean, the last thing I'm going to be thinking of,
Like you said, everybody else got it.
everybody else got
What
it.
is the government going to lie to you
That's
about?
basically how I felt about
things
COVID.
can
Like, do I
catch?
really need
Yeah.
this booster shot if everybody's got it?
Fauci said they can't
Right.
give it to me.
Yeah, Fauci's over there now telling me I can't get an HPV shot. It's his fault.
So anyway,
Bet you he got one.
but now your daughter is going to the same
She's
college
going-
where you used
she's
to pick
going
up
to
girls.
college.
How do you feel about this, Chris?
It weirds me out. But here's the thing. There is now a parent page on Facebook for the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign class of 2028. The Facebook group is UIUC class of 28-parents. It's got
We got that
28
for like a kindergarten.
It's got 2,800 members in it.
Oh my God.
And this past weekend,
How many updates do you get a day? 1,000?
I don't have the updates turned on, but
Oh,
I see.
that sounds horrible.
I see what's going on in it from time to time. This past weekend was the lottery, essentially, the system where these kids were told at this time you go into this system and you pick where you want to live. Now, I remember it as being they just randomly assign something to you.
Yeah, this is where you're living.
No, now you go in there and you try to pick where you want to live. And if you have a roommate you want to have, they've got to go in at the same time and hit the button on the
What?
other end. Oh, it sounds really complicated. So at about 5, 6 in the evening on Friday, I want to say, if it wasn't Saturday, but sometime over the weekend when there was nobody in the office to answer questions, kids started getting a message that there were no more rooms left at the University of Illinois.
Like, there's like no rooms left at the inn kind of thing.
I'm sorry, you can't get a room for this semester. Like freshmen, right?
Sorry, freshman.
Oh, God.
But the princess is in another castle.
the entirety of this Facebook group loses their
I love it.
minds.
I love it.
To the point where one mother, a mother, sent out what I believe was a glamour shot of her 18-year-old daughter in the shortest skirt
Who wouldn't
possible.
want to live with this?
This blonde, pretty girl in a short skirt
Oh,
with
no.
her stats and what she likes and what her hobbies are. And I'm like,
Like
lady,
she's-
there's
like she's a
2,800.
horse in a Kentucky Derby.
First thing I thought was, lady, there's 2,800 adults in this room. At least one of them's a sicko. But thanks for putting your
Right.
daughter's picture up there, right?
Yeah.
There's at least one dad
By the
in
way,
this
I
group.
got the shot.
I'm like, this is over the top. And the message is, would anybody like to take her in as a roommate? People were auctioning their children off essentially to find them a
Jesus
place.
Christ.
And people are in a panic. They're in there and they're writing like, my daughter is all upset because she wanted to be in such and such dorm and now she's freaking out and nobody will answer over the
Does
university.
anyone want to take her in?
And all I kept thinking to myself was, in 2.5 months, you won't know that they're doing a keg stand with their pants off while you're
Right.
sitting at home on your couch.
Right.
It's time to let go. Like, I'm very aware of the fact that at this point, I've raised my daughter and hopefully have instilled enough values in her that she will not get herself killed or do something that's going to end up on the internet, right?
That's the problem.
That's the thing. But the idea that these parents, 2 months before they let these kids off into the world where they're never going to see them again, are freaking out on a Facebook page all weekend long. When you know Monday morning hit, and I haven't seen one peep since they hit Monday, because Monday morning hit and somebody was like, oh, we got to free up these rooms. And everybody got their rooms, right? You don't think
Sorry,
that
I hit that button, y'all.
they didn't take 20,000 new students and not have 20,000 rooms. They have the rooms. Calm yourself down. And you would see the voice of reason every once in a while try to get in there. Be like,
And the weirdo's like, so we don't need to take her in anymore? Or- 'Cause I got a house in Urbana.
they're all, I mean, honest to goodness, I've never seen more helicopter parents freaked out about their kid. Like, I'm worried about my daughter because, like, I'm like, it's going to be a new experience. So we have conversations like, hey, you know, the first people you meet may not be good people. Like, you know, you kind of find your people and don't get yourself into a bad situation and never take a drink from somebody because they're going to drug you. Like, I mean, like
right.
that stuff, right? These people are like upset because their kid didn't get the super lounge that was in the brochure because there weren't any more of them left, right? Me and my son and his 4 friends were looking for a 5-person room. There's only 10 of them in Champaign, and you're telling me they're out? Like, I mean, like, it was that
I
kind
was
of
in a
complaining.
cinder block dorm room with no air conditioning.
I was a transfer student. I got whatever was
I was
left.
in the 6-pack.
I got whatever was left.
Yeah.
They basically sent me a letter and be like, as a transfer student, you'll be staying in this dormitory because that's all that's left. And
Meet
you
your
I didn't
roommate,
get
a serial
I
killer.
didn't pick a roommate either. Like, part of the fun of getting a roommate in college is that you show up And then some weirdo comes walking in.
Right.
And you're like, that guy's got devil horns painted on his forehead.
Right.
We're going to be best friends. Or we're not going to be best
My
friends.
roommate tried to bleach his beard the first night and got like 3rd-degree burns on his cheeks.
the
And
first night?
he was gone for like 4 months.
On the first night.
Yeah.
The guy who
you know what? When I'm in school now, I'm away from home. I'm gonna bleach my
bleach
beard.
my
What are you gonna use?
beard.
Actual bleach. Industrial grade bleach.
He's going to
Sounds like a plan.
I'm going to pour it on my face.
Yeah, he like put it on all over his face and then like laid down and then just started like screaming. I was like, what is going on? Well, and then I was like a single room.
I had a guy on my floor who showed up and every picture on his wall was Claire Danes. Claire Danes. He had 7 pictures of Claire Danes
like
on his
it.
wall, and he
What's wrong with that?
was upset because she had been rumored to be coming to the University of Illinois, and that's why he went there.
Oh no.
She decided to go to UConn or something like that, or wherever she ended up going.
Because of him.
He showed up and immediately put in transfer papers to go to that school and left
God.
after that semester because he had a dream he would bump into her on campus, they would fall in love and make babies.
Wow.
I've seen Claire Danes never seemed to have dated him, and he's probably somewhere in a jail.
Do you think he's in jail?
I would think so. I mean, he was
Claire
obsessed.
Danes was hot.
I mean, she was hot, but was she like moving around the country for hot?
I mean, maybe
There were hotter girls out there at that
Yeah,
time.
maybe 4 pictures in the dorm room, but not 7.
Not a 7 picture.
Not a 7 picture.
She was never a 7
JLH?
picture.
7 pictures.
Yeah, 7 pictures. Jennifer Love, you and I would I'd move anywhere for
Absolutely.
you. Anywhere for you back then. Like that's the thing. You got a Jennifer Love Hewitt walking around the same age.
Right.
What are you chasing Claire Danes for? If you're going to be a
Right.
psycho, be a psycho with standards. If you like hot sauce, and I like hot sauce, the only hot sauce that we have here at the 9 Foot Homemade Oak Bar is sidsauce.net. Go to sidsauce.net and get yourself some hot sauce. They're right here on the south side. They grow the peppers in backyards around the south side. They develop the sauces right here on the south side. Many of you get the sauce delivered to your door for free. And again, it's the only hot sauce we have here at the 9 Foot Homemade Oak Bar where Southside Pod is filmed and recorded. Check them out again at sidsauce.net. You gonna bring the kids over to swim in the pool?
Absolutely. Let me know
Because
when.
somebody's got to swim in this damn pool because this pool costs a ton of money. It's a lot of work. And every time there's not somebody
love
swimming in
swimming.
it, I scream at my children.
They love swimming.
Today I was walking around the house. I'm like, why is nobody in this pool? It's 2:00 in the afternoon. It's 85 degrees outside. Get in the damn pool. I just start screaming at everybody.
You got a grill?
Huh?
You got
Yeah,
a grill?
I got a grill.
All right.
I got
I'm
a
going to
pool,
bring
I got a
over
bar.
steaks for us,
Sounds great.
hot dogs for the kids.
Yes. Any day.
Whip up some potato salad. You provide the pool.
What I want is for your children to use the pool more than mine so my children feel shame that their father spends so much money on this pool and they don't use it enough.
Okay.
That's what I want. I want you to shame the Lanuti children into using the pool.
I'll do my best.
Okay? I'm going to start renting the pool out. Another money-making idea.
Pool rental.
Yeah. Pool rental. There was a woman
It
here
could
in
be a stopper on the brewery.
There was a woman here in Evergreen Park. We're going to get back to the allegedly stuff. There's a woman here in Evergreen Park that ran for mayor and lost a while back.
Okay.
Who allegedly, and this was all over the Facebook
Wait, she
page.
allegedly lost or she lost?
No, she definitely lost.
Okay.
By like 90% to 10%. She got
Allegedly.
crushed. Allegedly was renting her pool and on some website where you could rent pools to people. Like people are like, I'd like a pool for the day. And somebody's just renting their pool out in their own backyard.
Okay.
Now there's a lot of problems with this.
Why you say allegedly? What's wrong with this?
I don't know if
I'm
it's
sure they got
true.
insurance.
They always feel like the kind of people that like to sue. Like they're gonna watch this video and they're like, I'm suing them. So we're gonna keep throwing allegedly in there because I don't know the story.
Sure.
I can only go off of what the hearsay and the goofiness that was online.
Right.
Okay. And I'm not using their name. Okay. But it's pretty easy to figure out who lost in that election. Okay. So they were then sending people allegedly up the street to the Pete's Fresh Market to use the bathroom. So you would rent the pool and then you would tell the people who are renting the pool,
Where's the bathroom?
you have to walk down the street here and go into the Pete's Fresh Market here on 95th Street.
Yeah.
That's what they were telling people
Okay.
supposedly. So there were people going into the Pete's Fresh Market where people were shopping in their towels and their flip-flops to ask where the bathroom was. And the Pete's people are probably like, why do people in swim
Right,
clothes
that's like
keep
the
walking in
fourth
here?
person in trunks.
I mean, at what point
That walk through the produce
does
section.
the Pete's person start wondering what the hell is
Yeah,
going
right.
on?
Yeah.
Like on day one, maybe he lets it slide.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks
It's
in
a
here-
hot day. People might be wearing no shirts.
Right. But it gets weird.
But they're not even asking for service, so I can't deny them that.
Bill, here's the thing. Bill. I'm renting a pool I'm of the mindset where it's no problem for me to go to a stranger's house and pay money to go swimming in their swimming pool, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And they
Right.
tell me after I paid money that you have to get out of the
You
pool
gotta go to the grocery
and
store.
go to the grocery store.
And by the way, have you ever gone to the bathroom in a grocery store? It is an awkward experience.
It is weird.
You have to like go up the stairs, past
Right.
the people in the
Right.
break room eating their Cheetos.
Like if I'm at a beach,
You got to go through those car wash things, like in the meat section.
like when you're on vacation, sometimes you're at a place where it's like, okay, you get out of the pool and they're like, there's a bathroom in the bar there.
Right.
You walk in, but everybody's in beachwear. There's sand on the floor.
Yeah.
You get a beer while you're waiting in line to get in there.
That's it.
Like that makes sense. But not here. Not in a neighborhood in the
We're
South
walking
Side.
down
Chicago.
95th Street, first of all.
How long do you think it would take for you to say this is BS and you just start peeing in their pool?
Oh, I wouldn't even have made it to Pete's. I don't care if there's a porta potty literally in sight.
Not my pool.
Right.
It's not my pool.
With a butler
Lady.
offering me cold
Right.
towels.
I'd be sitting there thinking to myself, like,
fruit.
hold on a second. They need to rent their pool. So if they're renting their pool, they're pretty hard up at this point. I could probably pee in
Yeah.
this pool and get away with it. Like that's how
Absolutely.
I would feel,
Absolutely.
right?
Right.
And if I were renting my pool to people, I would assume they were peeing in it,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Because I assume every time my youngest kid brings his friends over, they all pee in that
You
pool.
ever go to like Vegas or like Mexico and you see like when they
All
have like
peeing in that pool.
the swim up blackjack or like the swim up bar?
I never
They're in
leave
there
the swim up bar.
all day.
I never leave the swim up bar.
all day.
All day.
Drinking.
And pee.
All day.
And pee.
And they never get out of the
Tell
pool.
me that you've never done that before, because I've done that.
I go to places to do it.
I go to swim up bars and I'm like, there's so much chlorine in here, this will kill everything. And
I look at it, it's a
Right.
swim up bathroom.
At some point, all I'm doing is urinating the tequila right back out.
Right.
Like it's in its purest form.
That's it.
It's like you could probably fill it up in a glass and it would still have alcohol in the content. Like at that point, I've drank so much of it.
But everyone that goes to a swim up bar, I think, realizes that.
Yeah, if you're in a swim up bar and you don't think people are peeing on
You're
you,
in other people's pee. Yeah. Just don't drink it.
don't do that.
All right. I don't think you're going under if you're in the swim up bar, right? You're staying like
Worst
pretty
thing
much waist
Worst thing
high.
I ever saw was very early on in our relationship. We went to a swim up bar, me and my wife, and she decided she wanted to take a dip, and she just dunked her head under the water right next to the bar.
She drank a lot of pee that day. Didn't even know.
Didn't even know. That probably was the first sign that we probably shouldn't be together.
You want a drink? Or are you okay with piss?
All of a sudden, you don't seem really interested in me. Yeah. No.
Right.
Things have
How come you
changed.
never want to kiss me?
Things have changed. Things have definitely changed today.
It's the Southside! It's the Southside! It's the Southside Pod! Thanks for listening! Thanks for tuning in to the Southside Pod! Y'all come back now, you hear?